So welcome to the Contest and Events Closing Ceremonies. I'm Grifter. This is Panadero over here. We're the new leads for CNE. It's actually, this year we're over contests, events, villages, parties, and the demo labs. So not a lot, just like a couple things. We're kind of lazy. Thanks, man. So thank you guys for putting up with us, all you organizers, while we figured out how to get things right this year. New venue, new leads. But yeah, let's roll. We don't have a ton of time. So I'm just going to go through the deck and whenever... Oh! Magic. We're almost there. It's okay. What? It's that. I'm not worried about it. Before we didn't have a slide. This is 100 times better. All right. Woo! So first off, we just want to say thank you to these fine folks over here, our contest and events goons. So please give them a round of applause. I want to say that you guys saw us like running around like crazy or whatever, but we were just sitting on the couches over there. So couches were nice this year, right? Couches, who knew? All right. So this year, again, thanks to all of the organizers and the contestants. Huge round of applause for those guys. Seriously, you have no idea how early these guys start planning. We do now. It's crazy. It's like February, and they're like, all right, let's roll. Like, I'm like, what? They're like, sorry, we're late. We start in January. And they're like, please stop. Like, is this what this is going to be like? So 29 contests, 16 events, 12 villages, multiple parties and all the other stuff. And we had this year new, if you guys were here on Saturday, these tables out here were the demo labs. There were people showing off tools. One of the things we were doing there was we get a lot of submissions to the CFP, like the submission process, and the review board goes through things, and we're like, oh, like that sounds really cool, but I don't know if it's an hour-long talk, like on a stage in a giant room. And so, but we want to make sure that content gets out there, so we put them out and let people come up and see what they were doing and talk to them. So it seemed like people liked it, so we'll be bringing it back next year. Let's roll straight into it. This is kind of in alphabetical order, and then I'll say that and immediately go to something with the letter D. But organizers, please keep this like brief, because we got to roll. DEF CON bots. Yeah, and it's going to be, like I said, kind of alphabetical order. So beard and mustache, get ready to roll. And if you want to start kind of getting ready as you see the letters approaching where your contest is going to be at, that would be awesome. Go ahead.
Okay, DEF CON bots is... DEF CON bots is autonomous robots that shoot lasers at moving targets. It's really hard to do, and these guys build robots to do that, all the software, the hardware. This year they had to encode messages in their lasers that they're shooting at the targets, and actually one of the teams went from the qualifier third place to second place in the finals by exploiting a security hole in the laser protocol. These are first, second, third, Team Monkey Business, Team Pew Pew. Monkey Business slaughtered everyone, hit like almost 45 targets in 90 seconds in the qualifiers. And we have a special award this year. We have the DEF CON bots really dark gray badge addendum that goes on the badge. So that goes to first place. Thanks.
What's that? I almost killed myself. Where's my beard and mustache at? Anyone? Jack. Here we go. Those people had beards. And cool. Beverage cooling. He's coming.
Yeah, so beer chilling was a thing again this year, 10 years. I took it over. Well, we coded it this year. I think we're going to continue doing that. We had 2 categories, the unlimited and the hack together, which ended up being really quite effective. Our biggest challenge this year was we were through a hole in the wall, and nobody really was like, hey, there's this guy with a cardboard sign saying free beer. People were like, nah, it's not real. Totally was. So, yeah. So this year we had Team Hebrew. They won the unlimited challenge with a truly ghetto fantastic device. It was amazing. And then Array of Not won the hack together. Guy found like a bunch of junk lying around the hotel and built something. It was amazing. So a round of applause to them, and I would like to thank these 2 guys for putting up with our super late submission. We didn't start in January, but they still got us out there. So thanks a lot, guys.
Black bag. Black bag. Go, Deviant, go.
Hey. So yeah, Black Bag, for those of you who don't know, is a sort of lock-picking and penetration game. You got to break into a virtual office. You got to pick a bunch of locks while you're in there. There's getting data. There's a lot of dick pics. It's my kind of contest. And this is the last year I'm ever running it because there's not enough throughput. DEF CON's so big, you can only run so many teams, and we're going to do something better and bigger and faster. But this year, Sexlut from Salt Lake City, Utah, topped it out. Yellow 37 and Krav did great, just barely getting ahead of Surprise Butt Plugs. But a lot of these people, and I encourage you, if any of you are contest organizers, do this shit. For our scoring, we give a 10% point bump off the top of the score for anyone who participates in charity stuff. So if you bomb in and you're like, hey, I just got a mohawk, or I just gave blood, like, bang, score, like it's going up. But I let people do that until the end of the contest. So there's a whole team that's like watching their score, and then they jump to second, and then they run over and I'll give blood, and they come back with bandages. They're like, boom, give us bonuses. So yeah, Sexlut crushed it because they all gave blood. 2 guys got mohawks. They did like be the match, and fusion between the contests and events is awesome. So try to do that and come to the DEF CON shoot next year because we blow shit up in the desert. Thank you.
All right, next up, Coin Droids.
And Schemaverse.
Next slide.
Okay, great. So Coin Droids is a robot battle game, but played entirely through DefCoin. So you battle each other by sending transactions at each other, trying to steal each other's money, et cetera, et cetera. This year, I have notes. We had 240 players, which was ridiculous. 88,000 attacks took place with a lot of DefCoin. We had 2 different battles. One was King of the Hill, and that was won by Freak. That got a little intense for a couple people. And the other battle, which was the boss battle, I agree. The best thing to do with our contest is to kind of integrate with a bunch of them. So we had bosses all over the place. And someone managed to find 3 of them, and that was Moondoggy. That was pretty much it. Coindroids.com runs all year round, though, so you can still keep playing. Schemaverse is a space battle game written inside a Postgres database. So select star for my ships, insert into my ships, drop Bobby tables, etc. It's all there. And this year, we had 71 trillion tuples returned for those database nerds in the room. That's 2.5 million actions. And no one hacked it this year, so that was kind of boring. Thanks, guys. But our prize this year was a Schemaverse Cup, which was actually created by a core developer of Postgres for this competition. So I'd like to welcome Sysfix quickly, run on stage for being the champion this year.
No. All right, correct me if you can. In here? Yes. Boom. Oh, you're right there.
Yeah, it's literally sitting right there. Crack Me If You Can's the password cracking contest. It's our 6th year. So this year, Team Hashcat pretty much destroyed all the other pro teams. It's the first time we've had a back-to-back winner, so they were out for blood, and they did it. They get $600, assuming they do a write-up describing everything they did and release updates to all their tools, and we require all the pro teams to do that in order to get paid. So in a week or 2, there will be new betas of John the Ripper and Hashcat and everything that's out there for everybody. Just real quick, the big trick this year was it's all UTF-8. So none of it was in English. It was Japanese. It was Mandarin. It was all these other things. And so most of the updates is going to be updated for UTF support in the majority of the tools. And that's it. Thank you.
Doc, I see it. There you go. Alphabetical order, guys. You ready? You got your game face on? Alphabetical order.
Darknet Project is an interactive puzzle contest based on Daniel Suarez's book Demon. We put up puzzles run by an interactive Jabberbot across DEF CON to help people learn how to do things in other villages, other contests. We integrated with CoinDroids to help people get over there. You can learn to solder, learn to crack Wi-Fi, learn how to use GPG and Tor. We had 3 winners this year. Silk was our first place winner. Got a tremendous number of points. He also won last year. Nolan was our second place winner. And Tilted Kuipers, I think that's the correct pronunciation. Awesome, was our third place winner, and we've got prizes for you all, so see me afterwards. Thank you very much.
So Drunk Hacker History was a new competition this year. And it was a storytelling competition with a twist. We prepared the 8 contestants with 5 liters of vodka, a liter of bourbon, and a half a liter of rum. And they got on stage and got 5 minutes to tell a story. And so what was on paper sounded like a really good idea, ended up being a shit show of epic proportions. So we have some prizes. Jack Daniel, we actually don't have his prize because one of the contestants stole it. And then Pyro, if you're here, we have a flask for you. And then the first place winner was Katie. And here's Katie's prize.
EFF badge hacking, anybody? Is that, here he comes. He's coming. We're all judging your stride. Like, he could be a lot more effective if you just shorten that up a little bit.
Take that advice to heart. Thanks. This is the first year we did the badge hacking pageant. Thanks to judges Joe Grand, Lost, and Zaz. We saw lots of participation for a first year thing. So the digital winner was Lothar with a DC-22 badge. He made a quadricopter out of it. He did 2 flights. The first flight, it came back around and clipped him in the calf. Saw a lot of, actually a surprising amount of blood there, so great thing that he won that. For the analog winner, it was Rainbow Unicorn's Bite with a knit koozie around this year's human badge. It kind of looked like a tire. It was pretty sick. And for the wildcard badge was Mike and Mikey with amazingly detailed counterfeit Uber badges, which they used to get into DEF CON this year, I think. So thanks, everyone. We'll be back, and better get next year.
Hacker Jeopardy! Yeah! At the end, you can lead us in a cheer, but Hacker Jeopardy, the oldest contest at DEF CON, 21 years running. This year is won by WinJob, their 3rd consecutive victory, beating Leet Meat, Affenmord, and We Fucked It Up, who actually went all or nothing and bellowed out in the finals in the middle of the game. That wasn't too bright. Jeff Moss, guest speaker. Win Schwartow came on and played. Well, Win Schwartow as a contestant. And so did really well. My understanding is we had a couple firsts. We went through our first streaker, male unfortunately, so maybe next year we'll do better, at least for the guys. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed the show. 140 beers, so we're definitely doing our best we can to drive up the cost of DEF CON. And so the ref will now lead us in a prayer.
Don't fuck it up! Don't fuck it up! Don't fuck it up! Don't fuck it up! Until next year!
Amen. We still got a couple of shirts left. Come see me afterwards if you want a Hacker Jeopardy shirt. Thank you.
Robocalls. Where you at? There they are.
Now your stride's being judged.
A lot of judgment.
Okay, so amazingly, the FTC last year did a robocall honeypot building contest, and more amazingly, this year they decided to come back. I was one of the judges. Everybody hates robocalls. It's like the safest thing in the world to be against, and if you tell people you're working on a contest against robocalls, everybody says, yeah, that's great. So this was a lot of fun. We had 2 finalists this year competing for these incredibly valuable trophies that will be very easy to fit into an overhead bin. Our best in, and also if they're declared official winners through the federal bureaucracy, substantial cash prizes. So our best in show was Team Robo Killer, which did an amazing amount of work. Are they here? And our first runner-up was Hemat Sanger. If you're here, come on up and claim your very easy to fit in an overhead bin trophy. So.
Oh. Take them. You know you want it.
That's next year's badges, by the way.
If you didn't hear that, he said that's next year's badges. So. Intel CTF. Blake. You're dead to us. Network Forensics.
So we come from the small town of Missoula, Montana every year, and we put on the Network Forensics Puzzle Contest. What it is, it's a bunch of PCAPs that we put together showing different things through the networks with the TCP/IP protocol. It went all the way until very late/early in the morning, I guess, yesterday. So we have threat level pancakes that came in first. They won a Fitbit Surge. Second place was just one man, Tom Pohl, wherever he is, he's the best. And then third is Blue Squirrel, and they finished a couple hours after Tom Pohl, so congratulations. You guys are awesome. And anything from DEF CON for them? No?
Put us on the spot.
Yeah, I did. Maybe? Fine.
OpenCTF, where you at? Oh, look, there's Pyro. We were looking for you before. Oh, they're going to Maine? All right. They're going to Maine. Tamper evident. We are powering through. All right. Also dead to us. These guys are gone, right? Oh, no, the Secure Ninja Cyber Range.
Yeah, you can go through them and have them come up. I got prizes.
Cool. Apparently there were prizes. So for Secure Ninja Cyber Range, Maximus Blackburn came in first with, what is that? Zenson He and Gabriel Lawrence. We have prizes up here for you guys. They had to take off. So if you are in here, head on up. No? We're keeping this shit. Come find me later for smoothies. Like, I'm not shitting you. Look, it's a ninja thing. Come find us in the DC-801 penthouse. Warlock Games. Oh, actually, their main stage as well, right? Let's see. All right, so now we'll get into just some of the cool stuff. So, Be the Match had 126 signups this year, which is awesome. I love that that's still going. Is somebody here from that? Do you know? Want to say anything? Yeah. Yeah, there were 20,000 people here and 126 signed up. Yeah, I guess that's, whoops. So Blood Code, 84 blood donations made this year. So thanks to Deviant for probably getting half of those. Yeah, it might be all of them. Man, those guys look wrecked in there too. Like somebody came over and they're like, holy shit. Like, is that like the medical area? Like people are just freaking passing out at DEF CON? Like, I was like, no, man. They're like, they're donating blood. They're like, oh, I thought that was like where you went when you got hurt. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's cool. Ham radio exams. You here? Awesome. Good. You guys can talk about it.
So DC 408 took their hand at running ham radio exams for the first time this year. Thank you to all our volunteers, everyone who came out and took a test, gave a shot. Not everybody passed, but it's great to see the enthusiasm. Hope you study and try again somewhere else. There are dice that we gave away to everyone who passed. If you didn't get yours, or maybe if you're just a ham and you can come find me, you can have one.
So as you can see, we had 124 exams taken this year. 65 of those were the technician class, which is your basic entry level. Gets you started in it. You can start transmitting as soon as your name and call sign show up in the FCC database. There were 11 people who upgraded from technician up to the general class, 9 people who went up to their amateur extra, which is the highest class that you can achieve. We also had a couple people who, let's see, the actual number for people who tried to do 2 tests at once was 42. One person attempted to do all 3, however, they fell short on the last test, but they will be back. And that's the stats I have. Thank you all. If you're interested in your ham radio license, we'll have information posted on the forums, as well as being back next year. Thank you.
Mohawks. There she is.
Hey, I'll just do it for you since you accepted my class for
You got it.
Give me my badge back. Hello, I'm Ed. That's Lexi. We do this whole Mohawk Con thing, shaving heads. I see a good amount of Mohawks out there, but of course, never enough. This year, let's see.
We have updated numbers.
We have new numbers. Let me pull those up. Because when I sent in the information at noon, like I was supposed to, we were still cutting heads and getting like huge amounts of even more donations. So,
Cutting heads.
Yes.
Yes. Haven't you seen all the blood running around? You know, the medical bay?
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Final total for the EFF was $2,575. For Hackers for Charity, $1,049. The Den Hack box donation box raised $67 just printing out stickers. It was only here for like a day and a half, and it got $67. And we shaved a total of 153 heads. And so this year, grand total raised $3,691 for charity. Thank you.
All right. IoT Village. There you go.
Well, we didn't do anything nice for charity, so that sucks for us. But good for them. Yeah, boo, boo, boo. This is the first year of the Internet of Things Village, and as you can see...
First year! Come on!
We had, in the village, 2 contests based off our So Hopelessly Broken challenge. The 0-day track, we found 25 new vulnerabilities and just learned that our smart fridge was man-in-the-middle their email. That just happened, so don't get a smart fridge. And we will be going over the scoring and stuff, so if you participated in that track, we're going to reach out to you via email and get you your prizes. Our Capture the Flag contest, we have team first place was Froggy Style, second was Ad Hoc.
Froggy Style, where are you?
And third place is the Man of One Wolf, or something that I can't see down there because I'm short.
One man wolf.
We are going to be giving over $5,000 in cash prizes, so we'll be in touch with the winners. Thanks for having us this year, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Wi-Fi Village.
good to be here. I'm going to waste as much time as possible. So, Wireless Village this year, we had a whole bunch of contest events, but we mostly rebuilt the entire Capture the Flag game. We built an entire fake town, including a nuclear power plant, hospital transmitting, broken POC-SAG, as well as all the standard Wi-Fi stuff. So it was really a lot of fun. We had 15 teams with 10 tables, so it got a little tight and competitive. We had 3 winners. Raging Poners have been here. They got almost half the flags on the board. Woo! So they're as awesome as it gets. You guys better try harder next year. We also had Root Acquired and Last Place. Last Place did quite a bit better than Last Place as it was, but good for them. We gave away about $5,000 in high-end radio gear to the winners, so I want to thank Black Phone Guys, Silent Circle, as well as HackerF, Hacker Warehouse, Nuon for donating so much really expensive gear, and No Starch Breasts and Hack5 for giving away a whole bunch of gear for us. I'd also like to say that this has been, I don't even know how many years of the Wireless Village, but our fearless leader, our father, our grandfather, Doc Kahuna, has been working on this village since DEF CON 15, and he's been running the village since 3 years ago, I suppose. Yeah, 5 years ago. He's been running the village for 5 years. I'm not even old enough to stand here. But somehow he has decided that the rest of us losers can probably hack it on our own, and he told us after all this time he's going to retire and make us do all the work. So a big round of applause for the man who's been running this forever. Thanks, everybody.
And I am leaving it in some very young and capable hands.
All right, we stomped a mud hole in that. So thanks, everybody. Again, the main closing ceremonies will take place over on the Paris side of the house. So if you're interested, head on over that way. So thanks, and we'll see you next year. Also, if you're interested in running a contest or event next year, hit us up. You can reach me at grifter@defcon.org. Seriously, we want to see cool shit. Make it happen.